Today, I am going to can chicken. Don't have to say anything else about we're going to need some canned foods. We all know what it is. Okay, so on top of canning chicken, I like to use everything multi-purpose. I don't want to throw anything away. So as you can see, my chicken breasts are right here. Where's my chicken breasts are right here, and they are skin on. We're going to take the skin off the chicken, and we're going to make chicken crackling or chicken skins, like pork crackling. We're going to use that. And when we take this chicken off the bone, we're going to save the bone because I am going to make bone broth later, and we'll can some of that. Today, we are going to use the Emeril blah, 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 blah. Today, we are going to use the Emeril Lagasse Pressure Cooker air fryer for canning. I think I told you once before that that particular pressure cooker is already at 10 to 11 pounds. It will get up to. That's the pressure that I need for my altitude. And we are going to process this chicken for 75 minutes. I already have my canner, my pressure cooker on. It's warming right now. So when I put my jars in, we'll be good and ready to go. Jars have been sterilized. They're sitting right here. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to cut my chicken up. I'm going to mix my seasonings in this bowl with the chicken. Today, we're adding fresh thyme, onion powder. Pull the right spices out of the cabinet today, y'all. Himalayan pink salt, a little bit of pepper, and some garlic powder. We're gonna sneak in a pinch of my roasted peppers, and yes, I am using that again. I'm gonna use it until I use it up. I'm gonna save a little bit because I don't think she's growing any more peppers. And this was the best in chili. Got my lids sitting right here waiting for me to go. So let's get started. I believe in a sharp knife, so we're going to sharpen our knife before we even start cutting it. A sharp knife means fewer cuts on your hands. When you have a dull knife, you're wrestling with it, and it leads to many cuts. You got a sharp knife, guess what you're going to do? Keep your hands out of the way. And since we are making chicken crackling, I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven on 375. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to put it on 400 degrees.
Damn good solid. Yeah.
So So I've cut the skin off. Here it is right here. I only got 2 pieces this time. And here are my bones from the chicken. I'm gonna put those in freezer bags and we're gonna use them at a later date for our bone broth. Now I'm gonna cut it. Okay, now that we've gotten the chicken off of the bone, we are now going to cut the chicken up so that we can put them in our quart jars. We're gonna cut the chicken up and we're gonna add our spices to it. We're gonna cut them in small chunks so that they can process properly when we put them through the canning process. So that's probably about a little small inch. You don't want your chicken to be packed too dense inside of the jars. If they are packed too densely inside of the jars, if your chunks are too large, then your canning will not be done properly, because you need for there to be room for all the meat to process and cook while it's in the canner. So these are the ones for our 2 jars. So we're gonna wash our hands again. We're gonna get our measuring spoon and get to measuring. Everybody knows that I'm not a big fan of salt, but we're gonna put a teaspoon of salt. That's a little bit less than a teaspoon. We're gonna put our chili spice. And by the way, we have our oven on 400, it's heating up. And we're gonna put our chicken cracklings in just a second. We got our chili powder. Yum. We have a touch of pepper, just a little bit, not much. Onion powder, half a teaspoon on each pile, because I have them separated. I don't know why I have them separated, because I'm going to mix it all together once I finish. And half a teaspoon of garlic powder. If I could ever get it out of here. We're going to take our time, open up our thyme. I like to give it a nice little rinse, even though I'm pretty sure they claim that it's already clean. Never be too sure. Pull our thyme off the stem. I'm going to throw that in there because we can use that in our bone broth. The stems. And now we're going to mix. Get the mixing with our hands. And we're going to fill our jars up. I don't have a funnel again because I have wide mouth jars. And it's just the right amount. Mix this up. enough for that. So, what am I gonna do? Probably have to get another chicken breast out. Okay, so now we have our jars filled up with our chicken. We're leaving an inch half head space so that it processes properly. We're now going to get our paper towel and we're going to take some vinegar and we're going to rub it around our rims. That will take away any of the grease or from the chicken and seasonings and all of that. That we're going to get that off with that. So let's do that. Hands washing. We got our paper towel. We're gonna take our vinegar and we're gonna rub our rims. Look at that. So there was something on our rims. Good thing we got it off. So that now we can go ahead and put our lids and rings on. Finger tight. We're not gonna tighten them on like Hercules. We're just gonna do a little finger tightening. Make sure we got our ring on, our lid on real good. Because I don't want to waste any chicken. Remember that time I processed some mushrooms and I felt like I didn't have my lid on good? I should have double checked it because it didn't go to waste. I actually used it for dinner, but I could have had another jar of canned mushrooms. So here we go. We got our chicken. And now we're going to bring you over here so we can show you how we're going to start the process for the pressure cooker. This is the pressure cooker. I've been warming this while I've been cutting up my chicken, seasoning, all of that good stuff. So we're going to open it. Duh. I have my rack in here that's going to hold my 2 jars. I'm going to put my jars in. We're going to take the lid and put it back on. We're going to close it. So now we're going to turn it off of warm and we're going to put it on the canning setting. It says 1 hour, but we know we need less than 1 hour. So we're going to press the button to start it. But we're going to go over here to the, actually we need more than 1 hour. So we're going to put it on 110 because 60 minutes is an hour. 10 more minutes is 70 minutes. We need to process for 75. So we do 115. And now we have started our pressure canning process in our Emeril Lagasse Pressure Cooker air fryer. We'll come back after the 75 minutes of processing time and we'll see what we have. So the chicken skins are in the oven. We have the chicken processing inside of the Emeril Lagasse air fryer pressure cooker. And we will have final results very soon. So we have 1 crackling that is all ready. So this is what it looks like after being cooked. Very crunchy. And all of this that you see on here, that is the seasoning. That's the pepper seasoning that I put on it. It turned a little dark. And it's tasty. The other pieces are a little bit larger, so they're still in the oven right now. Okay, so we're almost to the point where we are done with processing our chicken. This is going to be exciting. Okay, so The chicken skins, the other two that I left in there, are ready. We're going to take them out. And here they are. I have a good bit of grease right here, and I'm going to save that chicken grease because today I had leftover potatoes from last night. I'm gonna chop those up, use this chicken oil to saute them with onions, and we're having fried fish. Chicken skin, crispy. Oh my goodness, delicious. I'm gonna put those to the side. Again. Uh-oh, I dropped one. There is no 10-second rule here. I'm gonna eat it. And that's especially satisfying for me because I don't eat any pork. Last time I remember eating pork, this is exactly what a chicharrone tastes like, or fried pork skins. Hadn't had pork since I was 16 years old. So I think that is kind of exactly what pork tastes like. By the way, my nephew came in, had one of those chicken skins. He was like, oh my God, that is delicious. He told me that he had just purchased chicken skins at the store, took one bite of the chicken skin and had to spit it out. So it's something to, you hear it going off? Here we go. This is what we got. It's bubbly. Look at that. Look at that color on it from all our good seasonings. We're gonna put it on our towel. Still cooking. Look at it go. We are gonna place these on our towel. And we are gonna leave them on our towel overnight. And we will hear them pop later on. Once they pop, we know that they're sealed. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna let this go all the way until we hear it pop. So do you want to hear it? 2 pops. Because the moment I turn this video off, one of these cans is going to pop. And the popping that I'm talking about is, with your lids, the lid has a little circle in the middle, and it's slightly raised. But when it is completely sealed, your jar is completely sealed, that little slightly raised circle ends up popping, and it goes down, and that says to you that it's sealed. So tomorrow, I'm going to take the rings off of these. We're going to do the pull test just to make sure that everything is sealed properly. I'll write the date on it, when I canned it, what is actually in here, and we'll store them away. Thanks. Happy canning.